PvP isn't just about reflexes, it's a game of hidden rules. Aranas shift mid-fight, Antag tweaks terrain to trap opponents, or disallows restocking, forcing players to adapt. Even attacking the Ghast risks disqualification. These twists decide fights before the first swing, giving some players an unfair but legal edge. Most assume PvP is purely about skill, but these hidden rules create uneven matchups. Custom arenas aren't just stages, they're traps with environmental hazards and terrain that force players into predictable mistakes. Antag tweaks the arena mid-fight to trap opponents, like in this match where no restocking forces adaptation or death. Even neutral hazards, like a Ghast firing arrows, add risk. Attacking it risks disqualification. These hidden rules decide fights before the first swing, making some players unstoppable. Ever wondered why some players dominate in Minecraft PvP while others struggle? The answer isn't just skill, it's a mix of strategy, hidden rules, and psychological tactics you won't see until it's too late. Arenas shift underfoot, like this one where Antag tweaks the terrain mid-fight to trap opponents. Or the final match with no restocking, forcing players to adapt or die. Even the Ghast firing arrows isn't neutral. Attacking it risks disqualification. These twists decide fights before the first swing, and that's why some players, restocking sounds like the ultimate advantage, endless arrows, swords, and potions, but top players know it's a trap. Without limits, fights drag on, letting opponents predict your moves. Antag once swapped kits mid-battle, vanishing then reappearing with a full inventory. Players lost because they assumed he'd restock normally. But the real skill isn't in having more, it's in controlling what you use and when. Restricting your own supplies forces precision, turning chaos into strategy. Antag doesn't just win, he rewrites fights. While others debate skill versus power, he tweaks arenas mid-battle. Terrain becomes traps, kits swap unseen. No restocking, no shulker boxes, portable storage containers allowed in the final. His real trick? Psychological. One player lost because they doubted their own strategy. Even the Ghast's arrows aren't neutral, attacking it risks disqualification. These hidden rules aren't about strength, they're about controlling the game before it starts. Phantom uses ghost techniques, advanced strategies that exploit Minecraft's mechanics, like phasing through blocks or teleporting with potions, to vanish and reappear behind opponents. It's not cheating, it's mastering the game's hidden rules. While most players rely on brute strength, Phantom turns fights into a dance of stealth and precision, leaving others scrambling to react. In this final match, two players face off in an Obsidian arena with brutal rules, no restocking, no shulker boxes, and limited XP stacks. But the real challenge isn't the restrictions, it's Antag's hidden modifications to the fight. While one player relies on a cart mace combo, the other, Flame, must adapt to Antag's unpredictable tactics. The Ghast in the arena fires arrows at both players, but attacking it could cost the match. The winner earns a chance to face Antag again, but only if they accept his rule changes. Meanwhile, Phantom watches from the sidelines, his ghost techniques leaving opponents baffled and confused. If you've ever lost because you didn't see the rules changing around you, this is how top players really win. In the final match, two players clash in an Obsidian arena where no restocking is allowed. One player, known for his cart mace combo, relies on speed and precision, while the other, Flame, must adapt to Antag's unpredictable tactics. The Ghast firing arrows adds a layer of chaos, but attacking it risks disqualification. The winner earns a chance to face Antag again, but only if they accept his rule changes. Meanwhile, Phantom watches from the sidelines, using ghost techniques that leave opponents baffled and confused. Antag isn't just a strong player, he's a strategist who builds his reputation by defeating others and then setting the rules for future matches. Unlike Flamefrags, who claims strength comes from skill alone, or Phantom, whose ghost techniques exploit Minecraft's mechanics, Antag manipulates arenas to favor opponents, creating unfair matchups. In the finals, he proposes rule changes that could shift the balance of power, leaving players like Flamefrags in a tough spot, accept his terms and risk losing, or walk away and never face him again. Meanwhile, Phantom watches from the sidelines, questioning Antag's credibility, but acknowledging his influence over powerful warriors. If you've ever lost because the rules changed around you, this is how top players really win, and how they keep winning. In this PvP showdown, two players face off in an Obsidian arena with brutal rules, no restocking, no shulker boxes, and limited XP stacks. But the real twist? Antag has secretly altered the fight's conditions to favor his opponents. One player uses a cart mace combo for speed, while the other, Flame, must adapt on the fly. A Ghast fires arrows at both, but attacking it risks disqualification. The winner earns a rematch against Antag, but only if they accept his new rules. Meanwhile, Phantom watches, questioning why some players seem unstoppable when the game itself is rigged. Ever wondered why some players dominate in Minecraft PvP while others struggle? It's not just skill, it's a mix of strategy, hidden rules, and psychological tactics. Take this tournament on unstable SMPP, where players like Antag manipulate arenas to favor opponents, creating unfair matchups. Meanwhile, Flamefrags claim strength comes from skill alone, but others argue it's about weapons or self-defense. The final match in an Obsidian arena tests adaptability with no restocking, shulker boxes, or extra XP stacks. A Ghast adds degouts, but attacking it risks stick. It. The winner earns a rematch against Antag, but only if they accept his rule changes. Phantom watches from the sidelines, questioning why some players seem unstoppable when the game itself is rigged. If you've ever lost because the rules changed around you, this is how top players really win and how they keep winning. In the final match of this brutal PvP tournament, two players clash in an Obsidian arena with no restocking, shulker boxes, or extra XP stacks. One rides a cart wielding a mace for lightning-fast strikes, while the other, Flame, relies on speed and adaptability. A Ghast looms above, firing arrows but attacking it risks disqualification. The winner earns a rematch against Antag, but only if they accept his rule changes. Meanwhile, Phantom watches from the sidelines, questioning how